So if you recently just got a Sega Genesis Mini and you wish it had more games, well, now there's a new product by True Blue Mini, which is basically just a plug and play flash drive that will add over 800 games to the system. And this is called the Genesis Ultradrive. So as you can see, it looks pretty similar to the True Blue Mini for the PlayStation Classic, except this one comes with a micro USB cable. Because with this one, you've got to do a one-time initial install where you have to download and run the True Blue Flasher tool from truebluemini.com. Select True Blue Genesis and then follow instructions. Where you install the driver on the computer, then you connect the Sega Genesis Mini to the computer with the USB cable. Then you hold the reset button on the console and turn on the power switch. Continue to hold the reset button for 10 seconds. Then when you let go, the console should be detected and ready to access. This will enable the install, uninstall operations. Okay, so this thing's a little finicky when installing the driver on the computer. You definitely want to make sure that you don't plug the console in until the driver is installed. Now the weird thing is there is a blank loading screen that takes a while before the games load all the way. But once the games are loaded, it actually looks really good, pretty similar to the original Sega Genesis Mini software. But there is a trick for faster loading times. Don't use the USB adapter, just plug the True Blue Mini directly into the console, and then you'll notice it loads quite a bit faster. Now, I'm not gonna list all the games that are included with the True Blue Mini, but I will cycle through all of the games so that if you're interested, you can pause the video and see what games are available. The nice thing is if you have a 6-button Retrobit controller, it does work on this as well. For most games, that is. I did find one of the older wrestling games. It didn't seem to work, but I have a feeling I would never play that game anyways. Save states also work on this. All you have to do is hit reset or just hold down on the start button and you have pretty much all the same options as on the regular Sega Genesis Mini. You'll notice there's actually a root menu that groups the different games, or in some cases you got like the Mega Drive in one section and then the Sega Genesis games in another, but most of them are just breaking up the games in alphabetical order. You can also sort the games, release date, and you've got a couple other options. And it does give you the option to sort the games by different categories. Now there are a couple negatives about this True Blue Mini. For instance, if you go to Turtles in Time, the game actually plays pretty good. Only one downside: there's no sound. The weird thing is there's sound in the menu, but once you start playing the game, it's just complete silence. So I don't know if they just forgot something or what. So if you're thinking about buying the True Blue Mini, it's actually not a bad deal. For about 30 bucks, you get quite a few games that seem to work properly for the most part. Unfortunately, this isn't just like the True Blue Mini flash drives for the PlayStation Classic, where you just unplug it and it goes back to normal. When you unplug this True Blue Mini, it just shows a blank screen and you actually can't play it until you go back to your computer to uninstall the True Blue Mini, which could bother quite a few people. Now I just want to show you a few quick game clips, and then after the game clips, I'm going to go back into what all games are included in case you're interested. And yeah, if you haven't played Streets of Rage 3, I definitely recommend it. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.